Because of the fact that everyone is cutting weight,
Yeah.
it's pointless, and yet it's something that you do. The unfortunate thing is that if you don't cut, you're going to be smaller because of that.
Yes. This guy's in shape.
Representing Ironworks Training Center, Ahden.
Ahden's in shape too, though. I think he's just a little bit rangier, so he's not as compact and doesn't look quite as jacked.
Both of these guys are in great shape.
Yeah. Just Jac'Queis is just a little more compact, right?
So I think on Jac'Queis' end, one thing that we need to see is he needs to impose his physical strength. Because at range, Ahden is very clean in that regard.
Yeah, Ahden looks very comfortable and fluid out at this distance right now.
Even already, he sets that strong jab to the body there.
Yep.
Takedown attempt.
Yes.
Ahden stuffing it.
One thing I want to note too, I know we're in a grappling exchange here, but
Oh,
a good left hand underneath, and I was
great
just going to
follow-up.
mention that.
Teep to the face.
Because we have a southpaw versus conventional matchup, Ahden being the southpaw, he's going to work his right foot just outside of Jac'Queis' left foot, right? So that's going to give him cleaner shots down the middle, and what he hit him with was basically a shovel left uppercut, which flashed him there.
And Jac'Queis on the inverse needs to work his left foot outside of Ahden's right, because the reason you do that is to avoid the power hand.
Yes, you're working away from the power, and that's the thing is we can't just assume that our fan base knows that, so that's our responsibility to point that fight within the fight out, right? Like everybody just sees them letting their hands go, but if your feet aren't doing the right things, you're not going to be able to set up your shots, and you're at a disadvantage, and you probably put yourself in danger, right?
Absolutely. So I think this is good on Jac'Queis' end. What he's doing is he's staying in close distance, and it looks like he's looking to do a little bit of dirty boxing here.
Yep, and he's got some good head position underneath the chin and on the jawline of Ahden here. But Ahden's working a really good whizzer with his right arm, and you can see his toe is loaded with his right leg. So he's in position to work out of here.
Good defense.
Jac'Queis is doing a really good job with his head position, though.
Yeah, and I think we're about to see another burst of Jac'Queis letting go quick and then throwing another flurry and then returning back to that clinch.
Yeah, he looks very good in this position. He's in control. He doesn't have to necessarily do anything to put himself at danger, but yeah, like you're saying, he can pretty much disengage and fire off if he wants to.
The other advantage of this for Jac'Queis is that obviously for a very loose striker like Ahden, these tight, wearing down his arms can be really important to slow him down a little bit, buy himself some time for, if the fight continues and there isn't a finish, that adds up.
Yeah, sap him a little bit, right?
Yep.
Very good point. Oh, that's that footwork, though, of Ahden. See that? He was able to almost like a judo-esque, work that foot off the ground and get some hip separation. But Jac'Queis is closing the distance and throwing punches off the – snap kick, teep to the face.
Oh. So that was you can't do that.
No.
You can't do that in amateur. You can't knee to the head.
Yeah. Tom's probably going over there to give him a very stern warning.
Yep.
Yeah, Tom, like we talked about earlier, Tom's a great referee. He's going over there just letting him know, like, hey, keep an eye out for that.
We did too. Yeah, and we mentioned that. Good call.
Yeah, and Tom definitely saw that knee.
Yeah, and that's what, like, these refs are getting so good that it's like they're more vocal and they're being preventative versus reactive, right? Like, what a great thing to go in between rounds and just say, hey, be aware of that. You know, don't disrupt any of the action that's taking place in the round. Let them fight. Don't let him determine the fight. Let them determine the fight for themselves. Great job, Tom. Ahden looks fresh.
Be patient.
Good first round. I actually think I may give that one to Jac'Queis because he had cage control.
Yep.
But it was a tight round either way.
Yep. 10-point must system. Give him the 10-9, right? Ahden still snappy rhythm.
So one thing Jac'Queis is doing well here is keeping his hands nice and high, not getting sloppy, being good disciplined, which is important against a guy like Ahden who's got good boxing.
Yes.
Right?
Discipline in his position, yep. Some good head movement too, not being an easy target because Ahden looks like he's a sniper, right?
Yep, he is.
If you stand still, he's gonna touch you.
Ahden switching stances here into the orthodox, which is going to make it a little bit tougher for Jac'Queis to figure out, and back into southpaw.
Yes. Ahden's got a little bit of redness on the inside of his right below the knee and inside of his left below the knee. I don't recall seeing a lot of inside leg kicks from Jac'Queis, but curious to see.
Could have missed something.
Yeah, and he's got some redness on his ribs here. So there was some evident body work by Jac'Queis, but just something I'm noticing under the lights.
So Ahden's doing a great job pumping his jab.
Yes.
He's actually landed a few of those on Jac'Queis.
Yeah.
You can tell Jac'Queis' left eye is almost swollen shut right now.
Yep, and that's credit to Ahden is regardless of the damage he's absorbed, he's still in his rhythm, landing good shots, and he just looks supremely confident and like he's ready to fight everywhere.
Blood coming out of the mouth of Jac'Queis as well.
Yes, good pull on the
great
foot there.
takedown.
That is very good stuff. Yep. He pulled and stepped away off balancing Jac'Queis. Good stuff, Ahden. But Jac'Queis still has really good discipline with his positioning like you had talked about. Just Ahden's finding homes for his jab. What do you think? Left hand coming here from Ahden?
I think Ahden's looking to counter.
Yeah. Good jab, pumping it stiff.
And just
his
maintaining
stances.
range.
Yep, shifting stances. Yep.
Slowly walk him down.
That
Wow.
could have been very good.
Incredible takedown
Yeah,
defense there
he
by
was.
Ahden. I mean, he got his hips out.
Yeah. And Jac'Queis set that up as good as you can set that up, making him respect that overhand right and getting into range to get the leg for the takedown. But Ahden was just very slippery, and like you said, man, good defense.
One of the better fight of the night so far.
Yeah. Very evenly matched up. Good stuff. Good action from both guys. Ooh. They're both doing a really good job of keeping their head off the line, though.
So one thing I think I'd like to see from Ahden here
Right down, go for it.
is to use his right leg kick against Jac'Queis' lead leg.
Yep.
Jac'Queis is fairly heavy on that lead leg,
Yes.
and so he could expose that with some kicks.
Yes. And I think Ahden has the athleticism to do what I would call like a drop shift. So he can switch stances, right? So he's a right leg lead. So a drop shift would be he makes it look like he's going backwards and he's switching stances, but he's using that as a load to turn his right leg from his front foot to his back foot, generating more power. And like you said, then they're matching stances and he can chop at that lead leg because he's heavy on it.
So that second round, the first round is very tight. I personally would give it to Jac'Queis, but it's a stretch either way. You almost could call it a draw. Second round, I'm going to give that to Ahden.
Yep.
Coming into this third round here, I mean, do both guys need to look for the finish here?
I think both guys got to win this round because, whether the first round's a draw or not, in your mind, mentally, you have to say it's 1-1, right? Because if it's in question that you won that round, you got to just kind of put yourself on that ground of like, I'm down by 1, right? I'm not down by 10, but like, give him the round. I got a round. I'm going to go win this round and win this fight, right? I think regardless, the guy that wins this round is going to win this fight.
Great jab right away by Ahden.
Yes. Ahden just looks fresh, too.
The other thing that you see Ahden do well is he uses his feints.
Yes. Yep, he's bouncy. Yeah, he's just the fresher fighter right now.
So this is pretty ideal. When you talk about great striking, this is kind of what you want to see is good footwork, right? You're using feints. You're relying on the fundamentals of your jab, which he's doing a great job of.
Yep. And what I liked is he went for a little flash in the pan there, but we're in the 3rd round. So there's a huge difference with him doing that in the 1st round versus the 3rd round, right?
Right.
It's a testament to he's still fresh enough to throw a highly technical strike like that, right? Now he gets back behind his jab, using his feints like you're talking about. He can start landing some shots if he wants to. Good, yep.
Wow.
You can't
way to stuff him.
Can't do that if you're not fresh. He's the fresher fighter for sure. Oh, that snap and the right hand to follow, left hand after it. Yep. Yeah, he just doesn't have to do much more than this, you know. He's in control right now.
I'd love to see Ahden try to put something together and try to add on to the story a little bit.
Yeah, yep. Hey, I mean, he's in the driver's seat right now, but Jac'Queis is dangerous, right? And I can understand why he doesn't want to overcommit to something, because I won't want to be on the receiving end of a punch from this guy myself. So, but he's clearly in a position where he could open up a little, right? Here he comes. Here he comes.
Slip.
Yep.
Little shoulder shake in there. Good teep. Oh, great left hand.
And he pump fakes the hips just to keep him honest at the end of that. Good job. Left hook.
Beautiful.
The right hook, excuse me. Yep. Good check. Yeah. Ooh. Good inside leg kick by Jac'Queis, though.
Ahden caught him off, or Jac'Queis looks to have caught him off balance there with that kick.
I think Jac'Queis has taken some damage to his left eye, though, so it looks like he's got a little bit of swelling there, and he pulled that right hand.
The other thing is you know, he's thrown a lot of single shots, Jac'Queis. He's got to start to string them together against a guy like Ahden, who's got good head movement, and you know, he's on the outside there.
Yeah.
Great leg kick.
Yeah, and I think Ahden's done a good job of pulling him into that type of fight, because Ahden's clearly the better sniper, if you will. 1-2 shot guy from range. Jac'Queis has to come in, throw a flurry, get some of the momentum back. But Ahden's doing a great job of just dictating where this fight is taking place. Don't panic either guy.
Yeah, Ahden's got it selling out here.
Good job, both guys.
Good 3 rounds by both fighters. You can see Jac'Queis' left eye.
Yep. Got some swelling there.
It's almost swollen shut there.
Yep.
Great 3 rounds by both fighters. Hung in there, good fight. But a lot of good stuff out of Ahden.
Yeah. I'm gonna go 29-28 for Ahden.
I agree.
I'm looking for. I want to stay present on this fight, but this next fight, I'm excited to see this one.
And of course, we failed to say, but if you guys are getting hungry there watching the fights from home, Lindy's Subs and Salads, always a great place to go get a sandwich. Delicious, affordable, friendly. Go get yourselves a sandwich.
Yeah, my favorite thing about Lindy's is they allow you to put alfalfa sprouts on your sandwich.
You don't see that too much anymore.
No, man. My go-to, you got a go-to there?
Ham sandwich.
Yeah, mine's the Baja Club, so it has turkey, bacon, and then I'll throw some mustard on there. No pun intended to the song on in the background, but some sprouts, some green olives. Yeah, Lindy's. There's a location downtown and in Onalaska, Wisconsin.
So Ahden wins all 3 rounds there.
Yeah.
10-9.
You were right there. Yep. Pitched a shutout there, 30-27.